The district assembly elections concluded peacefully in Ayawaso West, Wogon, Medina and Adenta constituencies despite a delayed start at some polling stations. However, there was a notably low turnout at nearly all the centers surveyed by Citi News. Residents in these areas attribute the lack of enthusiasm to apathy stemming from issues such as insufficient development and other local concerns. The following reports by Citi News' Fred Duho, Kennedy Chumesi and Akosio highlights various happenings from Accra.
The electoral officers are now setting up. The time is past 8 o'clock. They are now taking stock of what they need to do for the day. We are yet to also establish the total number of people that are supposed to cast their ballot here at the restaurant polling centers here at Okponglo. Now, the officers generally checking through their records to be sure that they dot their I's and cross their T's and to equally give a level playing field to everyone that is supposed to come here and exercise their franchise at the end of the day. We see security men being the police service equally on the ground, ensuring law and order. Where are you living?
I've been here more than 1 hour, 30 minutes now, and they've not started. I went for night, and I have to go back to the house and sleep. Because I can't be waiting for that long, because it's supposed to be 8 o'clock, and it's past 8 o'clock. Assuming if I have somewhere to go, or I'm going to work this morning, am I going to waste all my time here? No.
What excuse are they giving you?
They are telling me they are not ready. So I don't know why they are not ready. They're supposed to be done by now.
That is one of the residents within the Okponglo enclave who is just not happy about the delay we see at the Okponglo restaurant. And she's going home saying she's not going to return again to exercise her rights. Now we see John Dumelo around, who is the current candidate for the NDC in this particular constituency, the Ayawaso West constituency. John Dumelo, what is your business here this morning?
When the EC came, they didn't have any chairs and tables, so I provided chairs, tables. We've now ordered for canopies, which I can say that it's something which is not good. Some citizens can't be doing the work of the EC. At least provide them chairs and tables and at least canopies. Look at how the sun is scorching.
So at the University of Ghana campus, we visited at least 3 centers, and all these 3 centers do have in excess of 1,800 people on their register put together. And as of 12 o'clock, only 60 people went through the process to cast their ballots and be counted in this whole process. Not all students attending school here registered here. Some of them do have their votes in their constituencies before gaining admission. Some of the electoral officers, at least at some of the centers we visited so far, made known their challenges. The EC hasn't provided for their feeding, neither are certain things provided, so they are raising concerns. Now let's speak to one of the leaders here at the Presex Staff Basic School to tell us how they are managing the process. How will you describe the turnout as of 12 o'clock?
It has been a little encouraging, though the participation is not like the usual general elections where people will troop up.
In our shot currently, we see one of the voters being taking a photograph for identification and verification.
From the beginning of the registration, it's probably that the system could not pick the fingerprint, so it could only identify her by facial.
It's at 5 o'clock, so voting has ended.
That is the announcement from the electoral officer here within the Abelinkpe enclave, and we've been through the Ayawaso West Wogon constituency, moved to Medina and subsequently Adenta, and we are now ending the day here within the Abelinkpe enclave, still within the Ayawaso West Wogon. Now my colleagues are also scattered across the entire country. Talk of Akosio Otre, who is covering the Ododudu constituency and other constituencies, as well as Kennedy Chumesi.
In general, the polls in the 3 constituencies, Lajokuku, Ladadekotopong, and Krowo, proceeded without incidents of violence, ensuring a smooth voting process without any disruptions. Specifically, at the Lejokuku constituency, both the Children's School Park and the Manor School polling centers reported uneventful proceedings. At the Ladade-Kotopong constituency, Citi News conducted a visit to the Global Evangelical Church polling center in Chado. As of 9 a.m., voting had not yet commenced and electoral officers were absent. However, it was later confirmed that the voting began precisely at 10:30 a.m. During another visit by Citi News to the EPP bookshop, Trade Fair La1 polling station, it was observed that voting had already started. Despite the center expecting over 400 voters, the presiding officer, Cynthia Abrefa, expressed concern about the low turnout. She attributed the issue to the fact that the voting day coincided with the working day.
Process has been a bit slow as we anticipated, but we hope they will be coming around with time. Yes, because we are actually expecting more candidates to come and then register, but the turnout is a bit slow.
The Krowa constituency also recorded a smooth process.
I'm here at the Ododo constituency in Accra. This electoral area is the Kinka electoral area, and the district elections is going on just as every other electoral area. Now, where I'm standing currently is the St. Mary's Primary School. If you can see around, there's actually school activities ongoing, and so one side of the compound has been designated for the electoral process. I'll be speaking to one of the presiding officers. We just move closer to one of the presiding officers here at Center 2 to engage him briefly. Hi, sir, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good as well. What's your name?
Rexford Waters.
Okay, and you're the presiding officer?
Yes, please.
All right. So how many people are expected to vote here at this particular center?
All right, we are expecting 102 voters, yes.
102?
102, yes.
And as of now, how many people have turned out to vote?
So far, only 2 people have turned out to vote at the moment, yes. And we hope that as time goes on, the rest of them will come and then exercise their vote as well.
So we also understand that there's one center across the streets. We would also go there to find out what the numbers are looking like over there as well.
We are expecting about 244 people, but as at now, we have only 29 people who have voted right now.
And these 29 people, what time the voting started and at what times did they come in?
This place is not busy, but they come in 1-1. And then, as with the voting, we have there's the assembly and the committee.
Yeah.
So we are expecting them to come, but as you can see, this place is not busy. So they are just coming 1-1. Maybe some people are busy, maybe some people too have gone to work. Maybe after work they would come because we started around 8 and we'll be ending around 5.
This is the Odona Sahara electoral area as well, and where I am is the Odogono Daycare Center 1 and Center 2. Behind me is also the electoral commission officials seated, waiting for members to show up or electors to show up to cast their ballots. Here as well, there's also the booths, the voting booths. There's also the ballot boxes, all readily available here for the electoral process to go on smoothly. Here, we're seeing a lot of young people coming out, showing interest in this particular poll. I have been at the Ododo constituency, the Ayawaso North, and the Korle Klote constituency. The general assessment of the electoral process is that it has been smooth. But the Electoral Commission is not happy, that is the presiding officers at the various centers. They are not excited about the number of people that turned up. They expected to see more numbers because they believe that they had done enough in terms of sensitization. The aspirants and some of the voters that I have been interacting with, however, want the elections to be politicized so that there would be more enthusiasm thoughts at these elections, and also to make it attractive for people to participate in. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Akwesia Otre.
The voting process in electoral areas within the Okankwe North constituency was overall peaceful and smooth. However, concerns were raised about holding the elections on a working day.
I would like to later advise so to go even into the national domain that elections like this are very important. But when being placed on working days, people find it difficult because when you don't report at work at 6 o'clock, you may be fired. That is what is causing this.
In the Abofu electoral area, the contest for the assembly member position was expected to be a two-horse race between the incumbent Leroy Trabolsi and James Akogo, the immediate past assembly member, even though 3 candidates were vying for the position. This made polling agents for the candidates leave nothing to chance. At the St. Paul's Anglican Church polling station, for instance, the polling agent for the incumbent raised concerns about presumed campaign activities by other polling agents within the polling station.
And here, normally when you reach inside, the authorities for the EC. But when you're outside, you can discuss with the people. You can tell them, oh, when you go, vote for this, or choose 5 people, or the assembly is 1. But immediately the person enter the EC court, you don't have to see anything. The polling agent don't have to see anything.
The presence of a pickup truck heightened tensions at the Alogboshi cluster of schools polling station during the sorting of ballot papers and counting. James Akogo, however, won in the majority of polling stations, sending his supporters into early jubilation. Residents in Alogboshi are hopeful that the election of the assembly member will lead to increased development.
See that he can do the work, and we have to look for someone that can help our community. So that's why I forced myself to come and vote.